the books they didn't want you to read. What if the Bible used to be bigger? Not just a few missing lines, but entire books, stories, and ideas that most people have never even heard of. For thousands of years, religious leaders debated which writings were sacred and which ones would be left behind. Some books made it into the Bibles. Others disappeared into history, and to this day, people still ask the same question. Were these books rejected, or were they removed? One of the most mysterious texts is the Book of Enoch. It describes angels descending from heaven, teaching forbidden knowledge, and changing the course of human history. Some believe it was excluded because its vision of angels and supernatural beings didn't fit the official teachings that developed later. Then there's the Book of Jubilees. It retells the story of Genesis, but claims that history followed a precise divine calendar. Some say it challenged the traditional timeline, and that made it controversial. The Gospel of Thomas presents a very different message. It suggests that the kingdom of God is already within you. Some believe that idea was seen as dangerous because it suggested spiritual truth didn't have to come through religious authority. The Gospel of Mary describes teachings said to be given to Mary Magdalene. In these writings, she appears as a spiritual leader, even while others questioned her authority. Some people believe this text was rejected because it challenged traditional roles inside the early church. Then there is the Gospel of Peter. It tells the story of the resurrection in dramatic, supernatural detail. But the version was different enough from the accepted Gospels that it was eventually set aside. The Gospel of Judas may be the most controversial of all. Instead of portraying Judas as a traitor, it describes him as part of a hidden plan, a story where the villain becomes a chosen figure. The Shepherd of Hermas described visions and angels guiding ordinary believers. It was once widely read among early Christians, but eventually it was excluded. Some say it sounded too much like prophecy, long after prophecy was believed to have ended. The wisdom of Solomon spoke about justice, immortality, and hidden wisdom. It remained in some versions of the Bible, but disappeared from others centuries later. The Book of Tobit told stories of angels walking beside ordinary people, guiding them through danger and hardship. Some traditions kept it, others left it out. And the books of Maccabees recorded stories of rebellion, war, and faith under oppression. Stories of people willing to fight and die for their beliefs, still included in some Bibles today, but not all. And that's what makes this story so fascinating, because these books were not erased from existence. They still survive in ancient manuscripts, hidden libraries, and historical records, which means the real mystery isn't whether these books existed. It's who decided which ones belonged and which ones didn't. Maybe the real question isn't what was removed, but who decided what stayed.